Hello, BookTube! Please excuse my hair. It was a really bad decision on my part. So I'm here today with my review of Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert A. Heinlein. I don't have a copy of my book here, but I will insert a picture now. Okay, so I'm just going to give a brief summary of the book. So, we learn that Earth has sent a few couples to Mars to explore the planet and learn about the Martian culture because there are, of course, aliens on Mars. While there, they have children and they all end up dying, and the Martians decide to raise the child. 25 years pass before Earth decides that they should probably go and see what's going on, and they end up bringing this Martian-raised human back to Earth. Well, what the book is then about is following this Mike, is his name, as he learns about human culture and the English language. Basically. Okay. So, I saw some reviews. Frenchie D did a review, and she said she was disappointed that it wasn't really like a science fiction book, even though it's one of the greatest science fiction novels of all time. It's on all the lists and everything. And I sort of wanted to explain how it is actually science fiction. So there's kind of two genres in science fiction. There's the hard science fiction, which follows the hard sciences, so we're talking like physics and technology, electronics. So that's where you get your spaceships, and you get your aliens, and you get your weaponry and your robots, and that's that kind of category of science fiction. And then there's kind of like the soft science fiction, which follows the soft sciences, which are the social sciences. So we learn, there are still aspects of technology and physics and space travel and all that, but it's more worried about humans, about character and about society than it is about exploring space. So this is a soft science fiction novel, and it is one of the greatest ever written. Okay, so what I really liked about this is that it does talk about a lot of social issues. A problem I have with a lot of more recent books, even if they're not science fiction, is that when they address religion, they kind of address it they attack faith. They, if you believe in God, you're stupid kind of thing. I remember reading that in A Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. And what Robert A. Heinlein does in Stranger in a Strange Land is that he doesn't criticize faith. He criticizes churches and what they do to faith. He knows that he's not attacking a person. He's attacking, and it's not really an attack, because it just makes you think about it. Instead of making you feel stupid for what you believe in, it's like, well, this is, I'm going to push the limits of religion to the extreme and have you take a look at it and criticize it for yourself. So I really like that aspect of it. Then he also does a lot of sexism. He really criticizes it there. We have one character who actually I really enjoyed reading, named Jubal Hershaw, and he is very sexist. And I think a lot of people reading it might go, well, this book is very sexist. But just because he has one character saying explicitly sexist things doesn't mean that he's supporting it. He's saying it so explicitly that you look at it and you go, that's not right. because we do have some very strong female characters in this novel. Patty and Jill come to mind, are very strong characters. I mean, this was written in the 1960s, so it's very progressive for the time. Just a few other issues, I won't go into too deep about them. He does talk a lot about government and their pursuit of money, and he addresses a lot of the issues surrounding sex. So I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just going to tell you my rating is 5 out of 5 stars. It was beautifully written. There are great witty lines in there, and it was just a really good read. Keep reading.